Alright, man, welcome back to yet again another video, and today we're gonna be checking out something that has been going around on TikTok since I think I downloaded the app. Now, I never really figured I'd make a video on this stuff because I thought it was just such obvious cap and such obvious BS. Literally zero people would fall for it, but it turns out millions of people are actually liking these videos and genuinely falling for this stuff, even though it takes like 5 seconds of not even critical thinking to understand, yeah, this stuff is bullshit and it's just fabricated. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about TikTok time travelers. Now, people have been talking about time traveling for decades now, right? It's always been a cool concept to fantasize about, like, oh, one time in the future, we're gonna be able to, like, step into a time machine and go back to any time we want in the past or go to the future. Like, you basically remove the boundaries off of life and you can stop historical events, or you can see where you end up in the future. It's been cool to talk about, but up to this point, it has been nothing besides just the concept. But now the cloud chasers on TikTok are pretending to be these quote-unquote authentic time travelers, making all these bad crazy claims with zero evidence to back them up, yet for some reason millions of people just blindly eat it up. And today I've gathered a good like 5 or 10 of these crazy time traveler videos, and we're just gonna be going through and making fun of them, or we're gonna get proven wrong and shown that TikTokers aren't as dumb as we thought, and now they can apparently time travel. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Go down below and subscribe if you're new, and yeah, without any further ado, let's begin. Alright, ladies and gents, so here we got a time traveler from the year 2582 who goes by the name Authentic Time Traveler on TikTok, because that totally makes the video look real and not 10 times more fake. Now, they're theorizing here that below our feet we have some sort of sea creature alien society that's building up and evolving and is gonna overthrow the human race one day. Now, this has been a theory for quite some time now that once again has gone nowhere, because I'm pretty sure if there's like an alien society evolving below our feet with all the stuff the human race has accomplished, I'm pretty sure you would have figured this shit out by now, right? And plus, let me get this straight, you're a time traveler from 2582, over 500 years in the future, and out of all things you can do, you decide to come back to the year 2021 of all years and make a TikTok video, warning us about the sea creatures below our feet that are gonna take over the world. Like, here's my thing, dude, as a time traveler, you can do just about anything. You can stop historical events like 9/11 from happening, and instead of doing all this cool stuff you can do or keeping it a secret like I think I would, you decide to warn us about it. And you can say, oh, well, I didn't want to, you know, disrupt the course of history by stopping historical events. Well, if that were the case, you wouldn't be coming back to the year 2021 to warn us about future events. Like, wouldn't that, you know, disturb the course of history? Oh, and that's not all, right? Crazy ass theories aside, at the end of the video they say, oh, I'll show proof of this when I hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yes, because a time traveler, one of the most powerful things you could possibly be, wants 10,000 subs on YouTube out of all things. Like, as a time traveler, wouldn't you be able to like go back to when YouTube opened and make the first YouTube video or some shit? Or am I just like overcomplicating it? But nonetheless, it's obvious this is just some kid looking for clout, trying to hit 10K on YouTube, but doesn't want to put the work in to actually hit it themselves, you know? Like, what the fuck? Alright, you know what? I'm sick of you guys doubting me. Since you don't believe I'm a real time traveler, here is like 5 random ass dates with claims that I once again show zero proof to them. Like, bruh, you can at least put a bit more effort into this. Like, alright, well, what's our first claim here? On August the 3rd already passed. NASA finds a mirrored Earth opposite gravity, physics, and motion. Well, it's now September 10th of 2021, and I can confirm this shit did not happen, right? Like, I've Googled it, like, oh, did NASA find a mirrored Earth? And I just got a bunch of people clowning on this TikTok. Like, if we found a mirrored Earth, I would have A, heard about it by now, and B, found it by searching on Google, right? And then, your second claim here is we're gonna get a Category 6 hurricane hitting South Carolina, wiping that shit out. The worst hurricane in all of history on September the 14th, which is in 4 days, so maybe I'll be proven wrong when South Carolina apparently gets wiped out. And my favorite thing about this, right, is even if a giant hurricane comes in and hits South Carolina, it will be a Category 5 at max, because there's no such thing as a Category 6. Like, oh, the hurricane's gonna be so bad, it's gonna create an entire new category of hurricane. Like, even if a hurricane hits South Carolina on the 14th, if it's not a Category 6, you are technically wrong. Alright, and then what's your next one here? On October the 20th, 8 humans are gonna receive superpowers from extreme energy of the sun. It seems like you just did a lot of illegal substances and then made this TikTok just typing out, like, all the crazy shit you saw. Like, I will bet my left testicle on the fact that we will not be finding superpowers on the 20th of October, man. Like, I'm pretty sure maybe in a billion years, yeah, but not in a month and a half, bro. Like, no. Oh, and that's not the only thing they're gonna be finding. They're gonna find a T-Rex egg and a device to open a portal to an alternate universe. Whatever you're smoking, I kind of want some of it, because that's the good shit. Like, you cannot find that anywhere else because of the amount of delusion you're experiencing. Like, my whole thing here is, if you are a time traveler from 500 years in the future, how the fuck do you know how to use a smartphone, man? Like, in 500 years, there's gonna be technology that makes our smartphones totally fucking obsolete. So how would you know how to use, like, an iPhone XR from 500 years ago? Like, make it make sense. Bruh, how bored do you genuinely have to be to sit around and just come up with this shit? Like, they're making their own Marvel movies about superpowers that are gonna be radiated from the sun into Marilyn Manson's asshole, and then we're all gonna become immortal. Like, do you sit down and watch TV for 24 hours a day, and since that's all you consume, you're so brainwashed into it, you genuinely think the shit you're seeing on there and, like, Rick and Morty is gonna come real? Like, what do you gain out of this, bro? Like, do you gain YouTube subscribers? They're only subbing to you because they want time traveler proof. Like, after a while, a very short while, they're just gonna become dead subs after you don't provide the fucking evidence you never had in the first place. Like, my channel's dead, but your channel is gonna be dead.
Have you brought back any technology? Because I love seeing technology from the future. Besides the soul catcher that you have there that you're charging.
The soul catcher. Oh, I actually have my instrument of peace right here, by the way. That's what it is. Pretty much what you do is hold it up against someone's neck while they're alive.
Oh yeah, here's my time traveler souvenir, and it's only not a wrench from my dad's fucking toolbox in the garage, man. Like, you can at least try to craft something that looks like futuristic and not just some wrench. Like, oh my god, these people put no effort into making people believe this shit, and to their credit, why would they? Mindless children are gonna eat this stuff up anyways.
And you can harvest their soul, and they'll turn into like an embodiment of radiant light, as you can see, you know, down below.
Oh, so that's how you let me see it again? That's how you do it?
Right. Yeah. Just hold it up to their neck.
That's crazy. It's cool. It looks so simple, though. This technology is amazing in the future.
You know what? The thing is, like, it doesn't need to be... that's what people messed up during, like, your time.
Yeah.
Is they overcomplicated things. During, like, your time...
Our time? No, hold on, bub. You mean your time, the time that you and all of us are currently living in right now. Like, I pray to God this shit is satire, but it's kind of hard to tell when millions of people are genuinely eating this stuff up. Like, they don't even have to make it look real. Like, he's got some LED lights on the floor, flickering out. Maybe he wants them to look like some, fucking souvenir from, like, 500 years in the future. This guy doesn't look like somebody from 500 years in the future, man. Like, he looks like an average guy who walks his dog every morning on the same trail I walk on every morning, you know? Like, Jesus Christ, man, how dumb do you have to be to fall for this stuff? Oh yeah, a lot of people don't believe I'm a real time traveler. So remember the following date, on March the 2nd of whatever the hell, something really big is gonna happen, and they just leave it at that. Like, a lot of these time travelers don't even do the crack to come up with their weird ass, like, Marvel superhero movies on TikTok. Some of them just, like, say on this date something crazy will happen, and they just hope to luck out and something crazy does happen, so they can say, oh, I told you I was right. And for some of these TikToks, what they will do is, this is for the ones that actually put effort into making it seem somewhat legit. They'll say, like, on, for example, August the 2nd, the world will end. When the world doesn't end, they'll just delete that TikTok after they got their millions of likes and make another one with the same exact prediction, except just a few months in the future, and they just repeat that cycle. So they don't even have to put, you know, thought into any of these videos. They just come up with some shit for one, and they just recycle them every time their theories age like absolute shit. Oh yeah, guys, CHARLI D'Amelio will be faking her death 2 years from now, as if she's so stupid and so desperate for clout, she's gonna fake her death to get extra attention. Like, let's think about this for 2 seconds here, right? CHARLI D'Amelio, 50 million followers on TikTok or some crazy shit, tens of millions of views every single video, has to fake her death to stay relevant. Like, maybe in 3 years or 2 years, she won't be as relevant, but she'll still probably be well off and relevant enough to the point where she won't be faking her death. Like, even if she was irrelevant, faking your own death is just a career suicide. All you're doing is just speedrunning your career into the dirt. Like, no matter what y'all think of her, like, oh, she's cringe or whatever, I don't think she's dumb enough to fake her death. Like, that's just for dude, come on. And I just noticed one of the accounts I've been checking out a lot throughout this video has almost 1 million followers. Almost 1 million real human beings whose vote counts just as much as yours are following this account, genuinely believing the bullshit they're spewing. You know what? I think I'm gonna end off the video here, man. I can't take this anymore. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, just tap little thingies popping up to see more. Also, go down below and leave a like. That would mean the world to me. Tell me in the comments how your day's been, and follow my Twitter at Dacept to see my very unfunny tweets. And yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. It means a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!